Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we've been watching the shit that fuck sticks out of the Defenders series.
I liked what they did. I think that they're street level heroes that come together and they built on that really well and they showcased that enough. Yeah. The problem that I had with it, there are a couple. I mean, you don't really get into the Defender territory until like 4 episodes, maybe 3 or 4 episodes in before they all meet up. But even when they do meet up and they're trying to do this cool, relaxed thing that they're chilling out at a diner, eating some food, talking about their problems, what they have in common and shit, after their cool elevator scene.
Shawarma.
It kind of seemed, yeah, it did seem like an Avengers kind of moment there, but I just want to be like, would you all please stop whining, you McWhiners? Like, it felt like a whiny bunch of bitches, like, talking about everything, all their problems, and just get to the fucking point of kicking ass. You know the hands out there, your hot-ass ex-girlfriend Elektra's with them, the Black Sky, you racist fuck, and she's gonna take down the world. Get to it. And it's like, they're like, no, because I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want to go back to be a PI. And, you know, Luke Cage is like, I'm here to save Harlem. Fuck it. And Iron Fist is like, why won't anybody take me seriously? And then you got Daredevil's like, I'm blind, but I love people. At some point, I was just like, you all fucking take your panties out of your crack and realize that you're alive and work together.
It's the Fozzie Nelson conundrum. Like, the whole time.
It took the Avengers like 20 minutes to figure it out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the whole time with both Daredevil seasons, which I'm going to get into why that's by far the greatest thing that any of these series have done. But the whole conundrum with those is the whole Foggy Nelson thing. Like, consistently Daredevil went back to Fozzie Nelson and be like, stop, you're gonna hurt yourself, stop. Dude, just let him be fucking Daredevil and let's move on. Like,
well, he does. He does come around.
Yeah, I know, and I get the point of that, but constantly it seemed like Foggy was always like, he was like the chick from Breakfast Club, when she was like, stop.
You got another one right there. That's another one, pal.
Cut it out.
You through? Not even close. Bud. Good.
That was basically Foggy.
I waste you, dude.
That's basically Foggy's character through so much, and you're right. Like, I see what you're saying. That was funny as shit, by the way. But
I don't mean to be mean about it.
No, I see exactly what you're saying, man. I was like, just fucking get over it and do what you're here to do.
It's like, how many times can you listen to the fucking Third Eye Blind? So some kind of life.
Jonah Hill's character in the 4-year-old version when he goes in the eBay store, he's like, I just want to take these ice skates home.
And you're not letting me do that because I'm trying to pay you money, but you won't accept my money. I don't understand how there's an issue.
The main problem I have with it is this, and actually, I think it's really good. Like, I thought the reviews were kind of off for it because
I still think it's good.
Well, the reviews basically said the same thing. They were like, it takes too long for it to get going. Honestly, like, I liked the first couple episodes where it shows them in their own habitats moving towards each other's scenarios. It does take until
we had a whole fucking season of each one, though.
Yeah, I know, but it does take till the 3rd and the 4th episode before they're all together as a team. And honestly, sometimes, like, I'm just being honest, when Luke Cage and Iron Fist were back to back, it felt forced and kind of corny.
Yeah, you know, in some moments they were cool. Like, you know, again, we're dealing with street level heroes. They're not galactic superstars like the Avengers are. And when they come together and they fight, it's like, okay, I can get behind this because it's fucking thug life for real. We're throwing it down on the streets, and there's no fucking heroes flying in to save the day. And I like that. But then sometimes when they would say things to each other in the middle of a battle, like, good, you know, it would just be like, I felt like Tony Stark in the Avengers when Captain America would make a corny joke, and you'd be sitting in the corner going, I'm like, okay, when is Daredevil not going to be a background piece? Because it felt like he was a background piece for most of it. I mean, he's the leader of the whole fucking thing. I got so mad because they were relegating him to be a goddamn choir boy in the background, not really a part of the group, it felt like, in a lot of the episodes, because they wanted to showcase the other ones. And I'm like, you stupid cocksuckers, if it wasn't for Daredevil, these shows wouldn't exist. He should be the main forefront of the whole show.
Like they wanted to make Iron Fist the forefront.
Well, you know what, and that's another thing. Iron Fist, I feel bad for the guy because Iron Fist is a really cool character in the Marvel comic books. But I'm wondering to myself, Iron Fist is supposed to be the most highly trained, best martial arts in the world. Not only is he the best hand-to-hand, he took Captain America on and beat his ass. He beat Captain America hand-to-hand, and he gets like thrown around like a goddamn sex doll after a fucking Sunday afternoon.
It does feel like sometimes his only power is, okay, I'm going to do some karate.
Light it up.
Yeah.
Fist him, bro.
I'm going to get some karate, and then I'm going to go, please work, please work, please work, and then I have one one. It's like a super punch out when you get that super. You know, Daredevil season 1 and Daredevil season 2 is still the best. Yeah, the best of all of it. Like this was supposed to be like the culmination. This was supposed to be another level up. This was supposed to take it up another notch. And for me, the first series that ever came out on Netflix is still the best. So while this is really good and really fun to watch, and I enjoy it, it just. Daredevil season 1 is still better, and I don't think it was supposed to be that way.
No, it wasn't supposed to be that way. I think that Defenders was the hope that would be the #1 main thing that everybody would be looking forward to, and it was ultimately going to top everything else Netflix had done before with superhero genre. It unfortunately didn't do it, and now you've got Daredevil season 1 and season 2 still being #1, and then the Punisher on the hinges coming in, and that might even overtake Daredevil if it's done well. I hope it is, but I think the coolest thing about this, you know, despite that, it was still, like you said, it was still fun. I still had a good time watching it. It was still a cool, like, popcorn kind of thing, you know, going in. You know, the Avengers on small screen kind of, you know, moments in it.
But I thought take it up enough.
I think the best parts of it about the show, really, to me, was the budding bromance between Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I really enjoyed their dialogue and interactions together, and I think they meshed really well. And that leads us into Heroes for Hire. You know, that was a huge comic book series. Iron Fist and Luke Cage are like a two-man team that go out and hire their services out to, you know, beat up criminals and stuff. And I think those two and what they focused on with that was good. Also, I think that I felt like Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and I'm not taking anything from the actors at all. I just felt like sometimes the chemistry just didn't blend with them. Like it didn't blend with the group.
What bothers me, honestly, is the fact that Luke Cage fucks everyone's goddamn girlfriend. Like,
yeah, I thought there was going to be
everyone really has sex with Luke Cage.
I thought there was going to be a Maury Povich moment with Claire and her towards the end. You haven't got there yet, but well, even in the police station when they're all together, and he's going like, I fucked you, and I fucked you, and I fucked you.
Yeah, like when Jessica Jones runs back into him right after he has that crazy sex scene with Rosario Dawson.
And then, you know, Danny better keep fucking
everyone.
He better keep his girl close to him.
You've got the same villain-esque story going on that's been in 4 seasons now. Like, there's no really great, huge, big threat. Like, they tied in with Sigourney Weaver, and she's great, but she's also kind of just Sigourney Weaver being Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She kind of felt like she was in Cabin in the Woods again.
This show is just as good as, it's just as good or nearly as good as every single Netflix superhero show coming up before it. But the problem is that it was supposed to be a lot better.
Yeah. And,
so it's just really good, and that's okay, but maybe it's disappointing if you thought you were going to get a lot more.
I just think the best villain they could have come up with as far as what a street level group of vigilantes could face off against. The Hand is a nice touch, but behind the Hand, or at least controlling it, it should have been Kingpin. It should have been Vincent D'Onofrio coming back as Kingpin.
Or maybe even someone brand new that was even above him.
But somebody, like that would have been to me a much more bigger threat. Because Vincent D'Onofrio was an amazing Kingpin, and bringing him back would be fucking perfect.
I think Sigourney Weaver could be just as good, but the problem was they did the same thing with Sigourney Weaver that they did with Kingpin. They spent so much time just showing her in a really nice setting, sitting there watching the symphony, having a nice dinner, sitting in the park. Yeah, they kind of did the same exact thing with Sigourney Weaver's character as they did with Kingpin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if you're going to have the Defenders come together, you needed a villain that was going to be over the top. You've still got the hallway fighting scenes or the conference room fighting scenes.
That was the best.
You got the karate scenes, and they look great and they're fine or whatever, but now you have Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. You've got different sets of powers, but it seems like everyone, even Jessica Jones and her powers, Luke Cage and his powers, Iron Fist and his powers, they're all relegated to doing the Daredevil fight scene. Right? We continuously get the same Daredevil fight scene. As cool
there's
as
only
that,
so much you can do with it.
But as cool as that is, like, you got different powers in different situations. You should switch it up a little bit. It seems like it's like every other episode we're going to have a badass hallway fight scene. Well, we're always trying to live up to what Daredevil did in season 1. And when you put the Defenders together, it was supposed to go above that.
That's one thing I didn't like. Like, you know, in the Avengers, there's one moment where Iron Man flies down and like shoots his lasers at Captain America's shield, and he like does this thing. It never felt like a team, but they are showcasing, like, you know, Daredevil's fucking people up with his stick and shit, and then Iron Fist is fucking people up with, you know, his same kung fu stuff. But Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are just doing the street fight thing, picking them up, breaking them over shit, taking the, you know, goddamn steel pipes and beating the shit out of them. That was cool. The only thing I wish that sequence would have been, the best would have been, is if you showed them doing stuff together. You know, that's what the Avengers did. Like, in the first Avengers movie, like I said, I pointed out the Iron Man Captain America scene, and then there were other scenes where they were actually working together as a unit. They actually felt like a team. That's what I was hoping I'd see with the Defenders. Instead, you kind of got sequence shots of them doing their thing, only their thing in their separate corners. Like Daredevil was here with like 4 bad guys beating up people. Iron Fist, look, they never did anything until they backed up at each other's back and they're like, okay. You know, I don't know. Maybe I was expecting more and wanting more, but it was still cool. As much as I enjoyed the Defenders, I still think the Defenders could have been way fucking better.
I think that's the ultimate thing for me. It's a 7.5. It's a really great show, but at the end of the day, it probably should have been a lot better. At least it was promised to be a lot better, but it was still really good.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 7.5 too.
Yeah. Comment down below, let us know what your all's thoughts are. We love your fucking faces, and if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you, Matt Murdock.
Oh my god. We will defend you fucking sexy bitches all the time, but we might not. Unless you subscribe, and then we'll defend you.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.